everyone. I'm Anna, and welcome back to English Conversation Studio. Today, Alex and I are going to talk about common speaking mistakes in English. Many learners study grammar and vocabulary, but when they speak, they still make simple mistakes. These mistakes are very common, and the good news is that they can be fixed with practice.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex. That's absolutely right, Anna. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning. In fact, mistakes show that you are trying and improving. Today, we will talk about some common mistakes and explain how to correct them.
Let's start with one of the biggest problems, translating directly from your native language. Many learners try to translate word by word, and this creates unnatural sentences.
Yes, for example, some learners say, I very like this. This comes from direct translation. The correct sentence is, I really like this.
Exactly. English has its own structure. Instead of translating, learners should learn phrases and patterns.
Another common mistake is word order. English word order is very important.
For example, learners might say, I go always to school, but the correct sentence is, I always go to school.
Yes, adverbs like always, often, and sometimes usually come before the main verb.
Tense mistakes are also very common. Learners sometimes use the wrong tense when speaking.
For example, someone might say, Yesterday I go to the market. The correct sentence is, Yesterday I went to the market.
Yes, using the correct tense helps listeners understand time clearly.
Another mistake is using do incorrectly.
For example, she don't like coffee. The correct sentence is, she doesn't like coffee.
Yes, small grammar details like this are very important.
Pronunciation is another big challenge. Sometimes learners know the word but pronounce it incorrectly.
Yes, for example, words like comfortable are often pronounced incorrectly. Native speakers say comfortable, not every syllable clearly.
Listening and repeating can help improve pronunciation.
Many learners try to use very complex sentences. This can lead to mistakes and confusion.
Yes, it's better to use simple and clear sentences. For example, instead of a long, complicated sentence, break it into 2 or 3 smaller sentences. Another big issue is fear. Many learners are afraid to speak because they don't want to make mistakes.
But this actually slows down progress. Speaking is the only way to improve speaking.
Exactly. The more you speak, the more confident you become.
So, how can learners fix these mistakes?
First, practice regularly. Speaking every day helps reduce mistakes.
Second, listen to correct English. This helps you learn natural patterns.
Third, learn from your mistakes. Don't ignore them, understand them, and correct them.
And finally, be patient. Improvement takes time.
Remember, no one speaks perfectly from the beginning. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yes, even advanced learners continue to improve. The key is consistency and practice.
Mistakes are not something to fear. They are part of the learning process.
Exactly. Every mistake brings you one step closer to fluency.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's conversation here on English Conversation Studio. We hope this discussion helps you identify and fix your speaking mistakes.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please subscribe to English Conversation Studio and support our channel.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please subscribe to English Conversation Studio and support our channel.
Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends who are learning English.
Thank you very much for listening and practicing English with us today.
Keep practicing, don't be afraid of mistakes, and we'll see you again in our next conversation on English Conversation Studio.